the biggest thing that I have to initially look at is ask them, how did we end up here? Because there's always a background story. There's always more to it than just what's in that affidavit from the investigative caseworker. There's always a history. And when you find out the history, it tends to give you a lot more to work with. If there's been a lot of family violence, then obviously that's something that we need to take a look at. And so knowing the history of each client, you go from there. My biggest hurdle with most clients is we've only met for a few minutes and I'm asking them very personal, very intrusive questions. But honesty is the only way that an attorney can represent a client zealously. And without that honesty, that's when I have to have a little bit of a chat with my clients after I may hear something from them and then I find out something else. And we have the sit down of, we have to tell each other everything. You can't hide these things from me. I have clients who have to call and confess that they've used drugs when they've fallen, they've been sober and they've fallen off the wagon. So I think honesty is probably the policy that I have to instill at the very first meeting. But in order to analyze where we're going, I still have to have that history, but I also have to know where that parent is. Are you ready to work? Are you ready to jump through these fiery hoops that CPS is going to put in front of you? Because not every parent is. And when they're not, then the best road is to drive them down the road of, okay, until you're ready, here's what you need to do. You need to do your basic services, but you also need to be thinking, in the end, are you going to be relinquishing your rights and handing your child over to either a family member or to the state?